money, and then the salary cap number is only going to be $18 million. So, yes, he is going to get paid, but the way they structured this thing, they did create space for not only Devontae Adams, but hopefully Jair Alexander as well. Now, this isn't just magic and illusion, and the salary cap's not real. At some point, they're going to have to pay the piper.
That's right.
With Rodgers being so year to year, basically like, we're all in on 2022. We'll deal with it in 2023 and beyond when we have to get there, if Rodgers is even here. We don't know, but in this case, it's completely managed so that they have salary cap money for this year, and then there's hell to pay in years to come. But they're almost like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And if the salary cap goes up and up and up, there's less hell to pay, and they assume that the NFL is going to keep on making money. And as we saw from those media deals, the assumption's probably right.
Yeah. I think I looked at his contract this morning. It'd be $41 million annually in 3 years, which is not a discount and won't be then, but it's not as punitive. If the salary cap goes up about $10 million a year, that's the average. So there are rumors, Brady and the Niners, from an executive that said basically he wanted to go from Tampa to San Francisco. It wasn't going to work. What do you buy the rumors?
I don't. I think he's a Buccaneer. I do think there's some things that have to be figured out. And I'm not trying to make news here, but I'll tell you, things ended a little differently the second year with Bruce Arians than it did the first year. And they just had to have a conversation probably and figure it out. But like Arians is, hey, Tommy's the man, all this stuff. Like that was great in year one. There was this great charismatic feel. But like year two, it felt like maybe Brady was with some injured players and some things going on with the team, and Antonio Brown. Like Brady didn't seem as happy as he did in year one, and I'm not sure if that's because of the coach or just the situation. But he retires and now he comes back. But I can't imagine that there's just simply going to be, here's what it is. It's the same thing as we have, but we have less players and less chance to win. So I'd be curious to see what the coaching staff looks like if they add some guys, if they make some moves. Because Brady didn't come back to finish 10-7 and lose in the wild card round. Brady's coming back for blood, and he's going to want to win. My last point here is they lost two key players, Alex Kappa and Ali Marpet, two offensive guards. You might not say that's easy, but when you add that to also going to be losing a lot of free agents over the next few days, it's not the same roster. So Brady does come back, but I don't think it's cut and dry as happy Brady, let's go. I think there's going to have to be some changes or some player additions or maybe even some coaching moves.
All right, Schrags broke the story on Atlanta and Deshaun Watson, which feels big to me. If I'm Deshaun, no trade clause, that feels big. I got a star at tight end, a very good owner, an offensive coach known for quarterback development. Boy, that's interesting. Schrags, all you do is give us insight and gold bars. That's all you do. What's that behind you?
It's the nicest thing you could say, Connor. Connor. There you go. I said your name wrong. So there you go. Thanks. Colin.
Yes.
Colin. Yeah. You compliment me, I call you Connor. That's good.
All right,
it's been a long few days. I haven't slept too much.
It has. Just keep breaking those stories, Schrags. Peter Schrager, Fox Sports, cheat sheet, Fox Sports app. Good stuff. Some stuff just sounds bigger. Deshaun Watson, Atlanta. Okay, that sounds bigger than Deshaun Watson Saints with a new coach or Deshaun Watson Panthers. If I'm Deshaun Watson, in the South, Atlanta's the city. Period. This is not the West Coast.
It's not a comparison.
It's not like Washington. In the East Coast, New York's got the size, Boston's got the history, Philly's got the cheesesteak, and Washington's got the power. In the South, there's Atlanta. Everything else is off Atlanta. That's where SEC graduates go. They go live in Atlanta for the jobs. Atlanta is the home of Delta. It's the home of Coke, Fortune 500.
It's also a huge production hub as well now. Any production that doesn't go on in Los Angeles goes on in Atlanta.
Did you just hear this? This Russell Wilson thing. The fact that the Broncos went and got DJ Jones. Do you realize he was second from the Niners? He was second in the NFL among interior defensive linemen, tackles for losses. I bet Aaron Donald was one, I would guess. He was second in the league. That is a huge pickup for Denver. I'm telling you, that George Payton guy, let's get him on the show. Ryan, let's work on that. Hockey scores the next day. That is a big pickup. He had the best run stop percentage in the NFL for interior linemen. DJ Jones is a dog. He is a good player. Wow. That is a big pickup. All because of Russell Wilson and Ciara. It's unbelievable. I've lost my mind. I am so into Denver now. They are the Buccaneers last. 2 years ago. They are. This is what they are. And then they had Randy Gregory. Say what you want about Randy Gregory. Physically, different level cat. Power tune it.
She's got the mic. Throughout Women's History Month, explore limited engagement Sirius XM channels from Tina Turner, Maren Morris, Avril Lavigne, and a Lilith Fair tribute. Plus guest DJ sessions from Sheryl Crow, Megan Thee Stallion, Alanis Morissette, Gwen Stefani, and many more. Women's History Month on Sirius XM. Full schedule at SiriusXM.com/WHM.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So instead, we're going to have someone else say it. Because for some reason, when a random person talks about how great something is in a commercial, it's more believable.
I saved with a Progressive home and auto bundle.
And there you have it. I mean, I'm not sure why she's more believable than me, but either way, you get the point about the saving. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us, no matter how big or small your business is. Earn back when you spend, get exclusive offers, and paint rewards. It all adds up to help level up your business. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards and Partnership Program today. Minimum purchase required. Earnings and pay rewards awarded as Lowe's e-gift cards. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. Valid through 12/31/22. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change. U.S. only.
Hey, Ray Mariozzi here. I'd like to carry more parts at my shop, but I just don't have the room. Every time I go in the back to get wiper blades, I trip over a dusty crate of Honda air filters, then bang my head on some GTO radiator hoses. eBay Motors never has that problem. They stock all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, with everything from new headlights to vintage gear shifters. I can't imagine being able to stock 122 million parts. I mean, where would I get all those shelves? eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Driving happy with Febreze car.
You're driving home when, oh no, you hit the longest red light in town. What's this? You're smiling because your car smells amazing. You just installed a Febreze car vent clip. Ha ha! 5 weeks ago, with up to 40 days of consistent Febreze scent, those lights can stay red for as long as they last.
Febreze, la 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 la.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-200-1390. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-200-1390. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-200-1390. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-200-1390. 800-200-1390.
Non-attorney spokesperson and sponsored by OpenJar Concepts. Attention veterans and active duty military. If you were issued earplugs between 2002 and 2016 and were diagnosed with hearing loss or ringing in the ears, you may be entitled to compensation. The manufacturer of these military earplugs recently paid $9.1 million to resolve claims that their earplugs were defective, potentially exposing service members to damaging sound levels that could have resulted in hearing loss or tinnitus. If you or a loved one were issued earplugs and were diagnosed with tinnitus or hearing loss, don't wait. You fought for this country, and our attorneys want to fight for you. Call 800-209-3641 now for a free legal consultation and to see if you may be eligible to file a claim. Time restrictions may apply, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. So call 800-209-3641 now. Again, 800-209-3641. That's 800-209-3641.
This is the Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon.
Russell Wilson could be a guy that changes teams. Look at the way things are going with Russell Wilson. All right, he wanted input on who the offensive coordinator was going to be. He didn't get it. The team hired an offensive coordinator that wants to run the football. And that's what Pete Carroll wants to do. None of this jives with let Russ cook.
Jason Smith with Mike Hart.